So then we delved into the results of the study a little bit more, and we tried to identify some things that differentiated the companies that rated themselves as above average from the companies that rated themselves as average or below. So you can see 64% of the owners responded at 4 or 5, and 36% responded at average or below. So we dug into the results of the study and said, what sets these two groups of companies apart? And I think this is a really interesting portion of the study. So there was a big focus on the cultural components and the differences between these two groups of companies. And I would say that culture is not something that we spend a great deal of time thinking about as an industry, even the culture of our industry, not just the culture of our organizations. Back to Mark's comments earlier this afternoon, thinking about, he used the term legacy industry, that we are a legacy industry, and we rank pretty low on our ability to react to change. So these are some interesting points from the study. The blue bar are the high performance companies that rated themselves more highly on performance, and the yellow bars are the ones that rated themselves more low on project excellence. And it's interesting that these are so consistent across these cultural factors between the two. You don't see a lot of disparity, right? So that would tell me that there's pretty consistent message that's being talked about in this. Employees display a great degree of collaboration between departments. And we've all experienced this in owner organizations where maybe there's not a level of collaboration across the departments within the organization. And so that creates some challenges as far as decision making, which is actually the third one. Employees trust one another in decision making processes. The second one, project managers have some flexibility around collaborative decision-making. Am I starting to sound like, maybe Mark slipped me a 20 or something to reinforce everything that Mark was saying? I was sitting here listening to him thinking, wow, there's a lot of the same messages here. And I thought this last one was really interesting. Failures are treated as learning opportunities and incorporated into lessons learned, training, or other types of coaching. And I think, just an aside, I've been consulting in the industry for over 20 years now, but I came from a manufacturing background. Out of engineering school, I actually ran manufacturing plants, and I think one of the things that's of interest in our industry, we don't have a lot of R&D opportunities. People don't want to try something on our project. Why do we not want to try it on our project? Yeah, too risky. What if it doesn't work? We don't have as many R&D opportunities to try new things, and we're always back to that compressed schedule. So what if it doesn't work and it puts us behind by a month? An interesting statement here. There were 3 keys identified to successful collaboration: get the right people involved early, get constant feedback throughout the project, and take time to review the project afterwards and really understand the lessons learned so that they can be applied to the next project. Here's a quote from Jeff at Proctor Gamble about their new strategy, or newer strategy, of holding collaborative design sessions at the beginning of each project to quickly, efficiently, and effectively engage the key project stakeholders as an integrated design team working as one toward a shared vision of project success, innovation, and lean practices. This is the only way we are going to meet aggressive timelines while achieving our safety, quality, and cost objectives. I actually don't recall who made this statement earlier. It might have been Stephen and it might have been Mark, but we were discussing being focused on process. We engineers, we love a good process, don't we? And this is a great quote, I think, from one of the respondents about we need to focus on the results, not just the process. And the key to successful execution, people are empowered to get creative in achieving the results. When they meet the business need, they're rewarded by the business unit they serve. So once again, back to that concept that internal engineering and construction and facilities departments are serving a business unit. They are serving a business that is working towards return on assets, shareholder price. They have key corporate objectives that they're trying to realize, and they're being served by the engineering and construction department.